What up, guys? It is the Colonel. I know you haven't seen much of me lately because I've been really busy and it's been really cold. I am here today with two incredible women, smoking hot. Yes, I know I'm a lucky bastard. As you know, most of you know, on the left I have Cambria Leigh, but you may not know the chick on the right because she's kind of new on the scene, and her name is emwhid.
Hi guys.
She's all kinds of badass. So I am going to ask them some questions so you guys can get to know them a little bit better. No, don't get all excited. I'm not going to be asking any funky stuff that, you know, well, you guys can just think those questions and fantasize about their answers. We're going to start out with the new girl because she's the new girl.
Initiation.
Yeah. So, how, and I know this is not a proper question to ask a lady, so you can feel free to tell me to fuck off.
Okay.
How old are you?
Fuck off. No, I'm just joking. I am 25. I actually decide that when I do get older, and I'm going to lie and say I'm older than what I am. Most people try to go for younger, and people are like, you bullshitter. So I decided that when I am 30, I'm going to say I am actually 40, because people are going to be like, you look great for 30. So I'm actually going to do the opposite when it comes time.
You know, funny true story. funny, very true story. I went to a phase where I used to do that. I used to go, you know, I don't think it looks at so because you don't know this, but I put on a lot of weight when I quit smoking in a very short period of time. I put on like 75 pounds. And so people would be like, you know, they would say stuff. I'd be like, you know, I don't really look that bad for 68. Oh my God, you're 68. No, you look great. And at that time I was like 40, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so Cambria, let me ask you an interesting question. How do you know Miss Witt?
I met Miss Witt at Match.com, actually. We started a relationship and we're very happy.
Yeah. We have cats and pizza. Not for dinner, we're going to have like a cat as a pet and pizza.
No, I'm just teasing. I actually met her through the artist Toby Drew. I got in contact with him because he did some badass ink on my girl Nikki 7, as you all should know. And when I went up there, I actually got the chance to meet her, and I was like, oh, this chick's pretty awesome. So, yeah, no, we're hanging out, and now he's in trouble. Just teasing. Not really. I mean, he's probably got more random craziness than he can handle anyway. I mean, we're kind of crazy.
Okay, so
Yes.
you are a tattoo artist. How long have you been doing that?
Couple of years now. I really enjoy my job, so hopefully it's something that I can carry on through the years, and you know, I like to throw down, sling some ink, and meet new friends.
Sling some ink, I like that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you what, I'm gonna double up on that question.
Okay.
So now you do artwork on people's skin, but do you also do artwork on canvas or anything like that, other mediums?
Yeah, I love to paint. Actually, I prefer painting over drawing. I think that it's very soothing. I know that you're a painter as well. You can be in the worst mood ever, and you just do one solid painting, and you're like, oh, I feel so much better. It's like smoking a cigarette. I don't smoke cigarettes, and going tanning, you know, or something. It's just, you relief, so. Right.
So Cambria, some people know that you got in a car accident a couple months ago, and you were laid up. And you just went to the farm the other day for the first time since the doctor said it was okay for you to do stuff. Let me ask you a question. How do you feel about your performance at the farm? And double question, when are you going to start shooting competition? Now, you had the excuse you got a car accident, everybody slid on that, but when are you going to start shooting competition? Start with the first question.
All right, I felt great getting back getting back out there. I mean, for not being able to shoot for 2 months, I think I did a lot better than the last time that I wasn't able to shoot. But you know me, and since I missed once, that means that I missed 100 times in my head, because I'm a girl and I have to overanalyze everything. So I always think that I can do better. I will shoot competition when I have the chance to not have to hike through 2 fucking feet of snow.
It's been a crazy winter.
Yeah. See, we have to cross this dingy, like, well, not dingy, but we have to cross this fucking little bridge that needs to be replaced to get to where we're going. So if you want to build me a bridge and make it warm for me, I will shoot competition tomorrow.
You may have to. Well, you know, here's the thing. I don't know if you noticed or not, but I've been looking into whether or not it would actually be a crime for me to raise money to put a bounty on Al Gore's head. I'm not sure whether it can be done or not. I'll get back with everybody on that.
I'm pretty sure it's a crime.
That's what I was thinking too, but this winter's been a bitch.
Yes.
What do you think about shooting guns?
I love shooting guns, and hopefully we can shoot together, make some hot videos for you guys.
Oh, there's no hopefully. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna like hog tie her and drag her out there.
It's gonna happen.
That's awesome.
Sling her over my shoulder.
What have you shot in the past? I mean, because were you consider yourself an experienced shooter?
I shot fairly often. I used to actually, with Toby Drew from the tattoo shop, he would take me out once in a while. I think my favorite I've ever shot, I shot his Desert Eagle, and it literally knocked me on my ass. It has such a recoil to it, and
I would like to have had that on video. I'm just saying.
I was just thinking,
I think that video would have trended.
That's awesome. So the Desert Eagle, that was like the 50 AE.
Yeah.
Wow, I've never shot that.
Time.
Yeah, I've never shot that.
It's a powerful.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, we're definitely going to have to get you out shooting for sure.
Hopefully you guys will like it.
Oh, I'm guessing that the guys will definitely like the two of you, especially if we get a couple of more ladies. Okay, so there's a rumor, this is a question for the both of you, there's a rumor going around that you guys are going to be doing a slumber party video.
Yes.
How soon can we expect that?
Hopefully in the next few weeks. Maybe we can get a couple more of the sexy hot models out here, and you can see us all in our underwear smashing pillows.
Oh man.
Eating pizza.
Yeah. Alright, so I wasn't going to bring up the modeling thing, but I'm going to go ahead since you did. This will be the last question that I ask both of you guys. I'm going to kind of like combine them, but how long have you guys been modeling? What magazines have you been in? What is your future goals and aspirations as far as modeling is? How long do you think you're going to be doing this? Just talk about it.
Do you want to go first?
I've been modeling for three years, probably more seriously. I did a couple photo shoots here and there for friends who were photographers, but I wasn't ever really into it. I didn't think that I had the figure for it. I didn't think I was tall enough for it. I didn't think I was pretty enough for it. And now I'm kind of more into, you know, people are a little more accepting of different types of people, I guess. And I'm into the more artistic aspect of it now. But I mean, my goal honestly is to make it. Like, I want, it's so weird to think about it because I've never talked about it, but you know, I want to make it. Like, I want people to know who I am, and that was something I never really thought that I would want for myself. But yeah, I want to make it.
Well, let me ask you, just not to jump on your answer here, but did you ever think that there would come a time in your life where you would have well over 300,000 views on YouTube?
No.
You would have a bunch of followers on your Facebook.
No.
And sell 8x12s and all of this stuff. You never thought that would happen?
No.
Kind of freaky, isn't it?
It's a little weird. Like, I got recognized when I was at my group shoot the other day. And I've never, you know, actually had that moment where I got recognized from someone who I didn't know, you know, from YouTube, and it was really cool. And I was just kind of like, I want that. And it sounds really weird because I always thought, oh, well, I'm gonna get sick of people going, oh, you know, you're this person, I love this. But it's a really empowering kind of feeling because you know people are watching what you do and they are paying attention. You know, a lot of the times they actually do care. So
yeah, no, you develop relationships with people in a bonding of a friendship type of thing. And it's amazing how much your fans give a shit. You know, and I was with Julia Steele the other day. We were in a gun shop. Big shout out to Adco Firearms in Savannah, Ohio. And a guy literally walked up to her and said, "Are you Julia Steele?" He knew she was. And she said, "Yeah." And he goes, "I'm a huge fan. I've been following you for," I don't remember how long he said. And you could literally watch her face just blossom into this. You know, it was great. And I was proud because as her producer, I kind of feel like I helped make that happen, you know? So, okay, so now How long have you been modeling and the whole shooting match?
I've been modeling for about 6 years now. I have been in like the Maximum Hometown Highs. I did the tattoo life. I've done tattoo lifestyles, Ink Girl Online. I've done Sour Magazine. I literally can't even count anymore. It's something I always said that, oh, when I'm 23 I'm going to quit. Oh, when I'm 25 I'm going to quit. When I'm 30 I'm going to quit. And I can't imagine quitting yet because I haven't got to where I want to go yet. And I think I'm going to piggyback off her answer and say that you do want to make it. And not just for yourself, but because I have so many girls who say, oh, but I'm 5'2" and I'm overweight. I could never model. And I say, you know, I'm 5 foot on a good day probably, you know, and I'm not, I think beauty comes in so many shapes and sizes, whether you be 6 foot, whether you be 5 foot, whether you be, you know, what's considered plus size, or whether you be, you know, what's considered to be too skinny, or I don't think there's a such thing as plus size or too skinny. I think that you can just be beautiful in who you are, and that society shouldn't set those standards, that we should set those standards for us. So my biggest goal someday is to put as much in as I can, and maybe at the end of it somebody will say, I kept going, or I tried because of you. And so that's what I'm hoping for, that I can change the game for somebody else down the road.
That's an awesome goal. And let me interject real quick. The one thing that, see, I come pre-internet.
Yeah.
Okay? In fact, I come pre-cell phone. I'm basically from the dinosaur ages. And one of the promises that they made to us about the internet was that it would allow all of us to lift ourselves. It would allow us to take control of our lives.
Yes.
In the old days, both of you girls would have had to submit photographs or walk into an agency, and chances are, because of your height and because of whatever, you didn't fit into the quote-unquote standard model size.
Yes.
You would have been said, thanks but no thanks.
Yes.
I've actually gotten that.
Thanks for no, yeah. But
Yep,
you know,
thanks but no thanks, you're not the type of girl that we were looking for.
Yeah, the thing that has changed today, though, is that you can put yourself out there. There's so many more opportunities. There's so many more self-published magazines. There's so many more venues for women. And that's one of the things I love about, not to give them a plug, but I mean why not, is the Suicide Girls. Yeah. You know, that was a photographer who literally started that whole movement, and it's become a movement. They get more submissions per day than Playboy does. Because it's not, you know, I mean, the 6 foot tall runway model. That's not what beauty is. Most guys don't find that attractive, the truth is. But the industry made that the standard. So the internet, we're going full circle, the internet has allowed beautiful women like yourselves to actually make it. You know, which I just absolutely love. I wanted to throw it in there because I remember a time when it wasn't possible.
I always say that you're going to submit and submit and submit, and you're going to get thousands of no's, but somebody out there is going to give you a chance, and that chance is going to be life-changing. And don't give up. Don't get discouraged. Don't listen to the people who say you can't make it, because I've been told a million times, I'm sure you have, oh, you should just give up. You're not tall enough. You're not this enough. You're not that enough. And you know, I didn't give up, and now I Google my name and pictures and magazines pop up, and
it's amazing.
That never would have happened if I would have listened to those people and gave up. And there's
the fact that you put yourself out there, that's what you did.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. You took control of your modeling future. In the old days, you didn't have control for the most part. Some sleazy agent or whatever, you know. So no, I think that's great. You know, I mean, literally, I think it's a game changer for all of you girls.
And I mean, it's hard too, though, because you'll still have those people who are like, okay, but what are you really gonna do with your life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah.
Like,
you know,
this is like they don't see.
You know, a lot of people don't understand. And I'll use one example. I think it's Vanny Vicious or something.
She's beautiful, yeah.
She's beautiful, but here's the funny thing about her. She has a crazy amount of fans. And she makes a living from selling prints and all kinds of stuff to these fans. She makes probably more money than the people who are like, well, she's not a real model. Really? You know, she's got 1 million fans and she probably makes $1 million a year. In my book, she's a real model.
Yeah.
You know, and she did that herself.
Yeah.
You know? Now, not everybody likes her, but not everybody's going to like
but
everybody.
It's hard to say what is a real model anymore.
Yeah.
What can you define as a real model? Like, there's so many different types of models that I can say they're a real model. Just because they're not a real runway model doesn't mean they're not a real print model, a real alternative model. There's tons of different models.
There's tons of different modeling, and all that's changed in the last, probably say, 10 years. And I say good.
I think that women need to empower women, and women need to stand by each other instead of bashing each other down. I remember when I first started 6 years ago, they were vicious. I'm a lot older than you probably. No.
You guys are the same age.
Awesome,
yeah.
okay. I talked to these girls who are 19 who are like, oh, it's so easy. I'm like, you don't know what it was like when I first started, even like 6 years ago, because girls were reporting each other, girls were making,
you know, sadly, and I know sadly a lot of that still happens.
Yeah.
And that's really too bad.
It's really cut back. I noticed that more women are starting to share each other's pages, they're starting to share each other's links, they're starting to work together more. Instead of saying, you know, instead of looking at each other like competition, we now say, well, why don't we step up together?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
It's awesome how far.
I've always loved the team mentality.
Oh yeah.
I've always loved that. And I used to, when I first met you, she probably heard it till it made her sick. I used to say, a high tide rises all boats.
Yes.
You know, and that's the truth. Everybody can rise up together.
Yeah.
You know, but unfortunately, there are people who are very competitive, and that could be sad. But you know, you always have that.
There's an age-old quote that says, "A flower doesn't think about, you know, competing, it just simply blooms."
It just blooms. That's exactly right. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I know that I could talk to these two lovely ladies forever, but we're going to end it here. I'll have links to their channels below. Check them out, guys. Give them a subscription. Like them. Go to their Facebooks. I'll have links to everything. And yeah. So anyway, thank you, ladies, for indulging me. And everybody take care. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.